Hey everyone, it's Dr. Coop here with the morning announcements for Friday, May 14th, 2021. Remember, this month is Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. Just love this sign. We love Madison. We certainly do. And we're going to watch a little bit more of this great book. I'm going to try to move it forward a little bit.
That
Okay.
was wrong. As wrong as 10 minus 5 equals 3. She believed be anything, scientists, lawyers, or mathematicians. So she set out to prove it. Catherine discovered a research center in Virginia that was hiring women mathematicians. They were called computers because they made calculations that helped the men engineers design airplanes and flight plans. To Catherine, it added up to the perfect job. All day long, she punched buttons on a calculator just like the other women. She solved long math equations just like the other women. She wrote answers on a huge data sheet just like the other women. But Catherine wasn't like the other women. She asked questions, lots of questions. What were her calculations used for? Why were they important? How did her answers help design airplanes and flights? The men engineers noticed the woman who asked intelligent questions and how quickly she solved difficult math problems. So they asked Catherine to join their space team. Its mission: send America's first astronaut into space. Catherine said yes. Then she discovered that women weren't allowed to attend the group's meetings. She knew this was wrong, as wrong as 5 times 5 equals 20. So she asked if she could go. Women don't ever go to those, the engineers replied. Is there a law against it? Catherine asked. No. So Catherine showed up at the next meeting, ready to work. Astounded by her geometry skills, the team asked her to calculate when America's first space flight should blast off. Catherine agreed, but first she asked questions like, where should the rocket splash down? How high should it fly? When should it land? With that information, Catherine carefully computed the rocket's flight path, a beautiful U-shaped curve. Next, she worked backward to figure out the time it should blast off. Then she began counting the days until launch. On May 5, 1961, Alan Shepard blasted off. Following Catherine's flight path, he soared into the silvery sky. 15 minutes later, he splashed down in the Atlantic Ocean, right on schedule and right on target. Soon, Americans began dreaming of a longer flight around the entire Earth. To figure out the math for this long, complicated trip, engineers decided to use their new room-sized computer that worked much faster than people. But astronaut John Glenn trusted Catherine more than a machine. He wouldn't step 1 foot onto the rocket until she said the computer's calculations were correct. Happy to help, Catherine checked every number. On February 20th, 1962, John Glenn became the first American to orbit Earth. Then people began wondering if an astronaut could travel all the way to the moon. Both the Soviet Union and the United States wanted to be the first to land there and win the space race. Catherine knew this flight was incredibly long and dangerous. Every calculation would have to be perfect. One math mistake and the rocket would zoom right past the moon. As NASA's computers hummed and computed a flight path to the moon and back, Catherine went to work too, double-checking the machine's calculations. But this was the most complicated geometry problem she'd ever seen. One of the points, the spacecraft, was flying incredibly fast. Her target, the moon, was constantly circling Earth while spinning. Some people thought the problem was too difficult to solve, but Catherine knew that was wrong as 25 divided by 5 equals 4. She calculated and computed. She plotted and planned. She created a bold, brave path all the way to the moon and back. 10, 9, ignition sequence starts. Heart racing, Catherine leaned close to the small television screen. 7, 6, 5. She held her breath as powerful flames exploded on the launch pad. 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. The rumbling rocket slowly rose above the ground, above the smoke, above the clouds, and then disappeared into ink-black space. 4 days later, as Neil Armstrong took his first steps on the moon, Catherine smiled and began to count. I hope you enjoyed that story. If you would like to see these books uploaded daily,
What an incredible woman. And look at everything that she contributed to us, to all of us. What a smart woman. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, it's going to be a beautiful day today with a high of 74 degrees and a low of 47 degrees. Such a pretty day in May. And this day in history, in 1607, Jamestown, Virginia is settled as an English colony. In 1804, the Lewis and Clark expedition departs on its historical journey. And in 1973, Skylab, the United States' first space station, is launched. And here's a map of the expedition where they went, right here. Okay, I just wanted to talk a little bit about STEAM since we're having a STEAM fair, and I'd love a lot of you to participate. So STEAM is the abbreviation for science, technology, engineering, art, and math. It's an integrated approach to learning that encourages students, that's all of you, to think more broadly about real-world problems. And we have this.
Good day, folks.
person
I'm
to
Broadcast
explain
Cal,
it to
and
us.
this is Kid History. What is STEAM education? It's an integrated approach to learning through science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. STEAM. The value of STEAM education is found in the process of learning versus the mere results of learning. Thus, students have a better understanding and more real-life application from what is being taught. The foundation of STEAM guides students through inquiry, collaboration, critical thinking, and process-based learning. Inquiry is an approach to learning that involves exploring, asking questions, good questions, not "Hey Google" type questions. It involves making discoveries and testing those discoveries, and search for new understanding. Collaboration is when two or more people work together or collaborate to achieve a goal. What's gonna work? Teamwork. Critical thinking is not about being critical, rather, it's the art of being able to analyze information objectively, ask good questions, and being able to make a reasoned judgment. Process-based learning focuses on the process of learning versus the specific target of what's being learned. It's all about the process, baby. The reason STEAM is so important is that it develops students for real life and it equips them for the global market of the 21st century. To thrive in that market, you need 21st century skills like problem solving, leadership, creativity, critical thinking, and teamwork. What's gonna work? Teamwork. So to all you students out there, thanks to STEAM, you'll be more equipped to take thoughtful risks, engage in experimental learning, persist in problem solving, embrace collaboration, and work through the creative process. I'm Broadcast Cal, and this is Kid History.
So what's great about a STEAM fair is that you can pick a particular topic or experiment, and you'll be engaging in your own experimental learning. And you can make a STEAM project by yourself, or you could do it with other people. So hopefully more of you will sign up for our STEAM fair, and it's virtual this year. Okay, everyone, happy birthday today to Zoe and Colin, and happy birthday tomorrow to Dante. I hope you all have wonderful birthdays. And everyone, remember to respect yourself, respect others, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Make sure you do your very best in every circumstance. Work very hard on your assignments and have an overall wonderful day and an even better weekend. Take care.